A series of events will be held in the Bizana area in the Eastern Cape to honour the liberation struggle stalwart Oliver Tambo. Today, Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa and the Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane will be in Nkantolo, where Tambo was born. They will be visiting the OR Tambo Garden of Remembrance and the renaming of St. Patrick's Hospital after the stalwart. Tambo was the longest-serving president of the ANC as he served from 1967 to 1991. Our reporter Nkululeko Nyembezi has more.
This is the village where OR Tambo was born. You remember that OR Tambo served as a president of the ANC for more than 30 years. This village has been underdeveloped for so many years. But today you can see that there is a school and there is road construction and there is also a garden of remembrance. But to get more information about the programs that have been rolled out to honor Oliver Tambo, I'm now joined by the Premier of the Eastern Cape, Oscar Mabuyane. Premier, thank you very much for joining us. For sure, this is iconic.
Absolutely iconic, symbolic on a special day that OR was born. As you understand that tomorrow it's his birthday. We actually feel very much indebted to him with all the great strides, all the great work that he has done as part of his contribution to the liberation of our people. We are at a place where he himself said he would want to see a school here so that he can help to actually broaden the horizon of kids that are coming from this area. You would understand that he always envisioned something beyond Ngeli Mountain, that Ngeli Mountain which is not far from here. So he has actually moved beyond Ngeli Mountain. He became an international icon because he actually understood the importance of actually growing and developing as a person. So we are here to develop this area. It is actually in the context of our rural development agenda to change people's lives. You don't have to travel to towns and cities to get proper model schools that our kids must actually access. So we're quite happy as a provincial government with this contribution, which has been actually built over a period of time. We are now concluding the phase one. We are going to second phase where you will be dealing with the issues of the hostels, the residential area of our students here. So it's a special feeling. It's a special moment. It's historical to the people of this area, to the people of Bizana, people of Alfred Nzo, and people of the province. You'd understand that Alfred Nzo is the number one in the country region in terms of our poverty index. So you need these kind of skills in the areas where we are, so that when we talk of economic restructuring, when we talk of the economic recovery, we speak about necessary skills that will be able to make an impact. So this technical school right here in deep rural part of our province in Bizana, where OR Tambo was born, it is a special moment. It's a kind of a program that is done by government that understand where we are coming from, where we are and where we are heading to.
Let's talk about maybe job creations, because I understand that a lot of jobs have been created through these programs. Can you just maybe take us through how employment and poverty elevation program have been rolled out?
No, definitely, because it is actually our method of operation that on programs like this is where we can create opportunities for our people, for SMMEs. These are labor intensive, as you can see. Our people were employed when this school was developed. SMMEs for sure participated. We are working on that. We are trying to make sure that we take it beyond just 30% that we normally speak about on localization, etc. So, but project of this nature, when they come, as you can see that here, you talk about an integrated approach. Not only one government or department, number of other government entities. Your DBSA is on board, your ESCOM is on board, your private sector as well here is on board, you name them. So it's a quite an important thing. Your road accident fund, they've built also 2 classrooms here. So it's a special arrangement. When we speak about integration, we speak about government working together, our public entities working with private sector, as well as the government itself. So we're looking at that concept of capable state, dealing with issues of work ethics, the ethical state that we would want to have. So that a project of this nature, when it is done, It is done within time frame. It is done within budget. That discipline is something that we are going to work on and improve. I know in a number of other projects we had a lot of delays and other things that would be happening. The other thing that we have looked at as a province is how to strengthen our social facilitation, because part of bigger projects that we had there collapsed because of issues of poor communication breakdown, because of the same very critical aspect on any project, that is the social facilitation. So these are things that we have learned over the recent past. Moving forward, we are strengthening them. So we're quite happy today. On the eve of OR Tambo's birthday, we are here in Nkantolo, where he was born. It's a special moment. It's a special feeling even from the people of this area.
Okay, let's talk about now the idea behind of renaming St. Patrick Hospital after Oliver Tambo, and also Bizana local municipality after Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Can you just maybe take us through what's the idea behind?
It's identity. This area is important, that it must be understood by the world, that it has actually produced, it has actually synthesized the world icon in the OR Tambo's stature, in Mama Winnie's Mandela's stature. So we're here to make everyone understand that this area has been special in the liberation of our people in this country, in the liberation of the continent, so to speak. So it's another a monumental task that we had actually arrived at. Bizana is a mathematics and science area. If you talk about maths and science quality results in the province, you talk about this area. This is where they are coming from. I can tell you, even last year when we were awarding the best performance in mathematics, number one child was from this area in Bizana. It has been consistent. This is an area that has given this province professors that have gone through mathematics and physical science. You talk about Professor Pepeta, that you'd all understand. You talk about Professor Machoba, who was recently buried last year. There are so many. You talk about OR Tambo himself. OR Tambo would have been a doctor. He loved mathematics. He specialized in physical science. So we honor him so that young people from this area can appreciate what mathematics and physical science are all about. And I can tell you the solution that we are looking for, the kind of a formula to solve X of underdevelopment, X of high poverty levels, X of high unemployment rate, the inequalities in this province rely on how we are approaching the issues of mathematics and physical science. So that's a kind of a solution. Those are panacea to the challenge that we have in our country and in our province, to be specific.
Okay, thank you very much, Premier, for your time. There you have it. This is Premier Oscar Mabuyane from this province, Eastern Cape. You remember that, of course, Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela was born not far from where we are right now at Mpongweni village, and then just a few kilometers away is where Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela tied the knot with the former President Nelson Mandela. Back to studio.